All right. I think it is good now. The issue was that OBS had an update and I didn't download it. God damn it. Getting fucked by OBS. It's a classic. True classic. All right. I think it's working. I also did change a bunch of my audio features. Hopefully the audio sounds better right now. There may be issues with delay. Let me know if it's weird or bad. I did a lot of reading on the technicalities of how sound works. As an American, my education was not very good, to put it lightly. So it turns out there are these things called sound frequencies. Who would have guessed? So I try to improve sound. Let me know if there's issues though, because there may be. And I have tried to improve the audio a lot. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna get going here in just a moment. We are still rehosting. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of players. I also will be tired. I stayed up till 6 a.m. finishing a video that I put on my YouTube channel. I don't normally plug those. I'd recommend you watch it. I had a lot of fun making it, and I think it's full of a lot of truth. It's is off sync. Okay. I have to get a delay in there. 1 minute. Okay. Delay. Let's see here. Bear with me. Audio. Properties. The audio is very bad. So is it like really robotic and weird then? I might have to take off these filters I added. 1 minute. We'll turn off you and I will off you. All right, how's this sound? Is there a delay on this one, and how's it sound? Let me know if this one is a little bit better. If not, I can do delay. I do know how to do that. I apologize for the technical issues that I'm doing right now, but I think overall it's better. All right, it's good now? No delay? All right, cool. We'll go with this then. I'll just use the other two for my YouTube voiceovers. We'll just do it that way. Because they are very intensive. But yeah, before I get going here, we are hunting. I do want to say, I made a Vic 3 video on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Put a lot of time into it. I stayed up till 6 or 7 a.m. last night completing that. That's why there was no grand campaign this morning, but it was really fun to make, and I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I finally had the balls. So, we're ready. Let's get going.
I only just noted there was a rehost. I want to jump off a bridge. I guess I'll just join later.
Fuck. Alright, 1 moment here. Fuck, the game goes so quickly, doesn't it? Where the fuck are we going? We're going to a feast, I think, right? Oh, it's already over. Alright, we're back in. So we are playing the Habsburgs. Obviously. We have a nemesis as well. Waldo. We're gonna play Finding Where's Waldo later. So we are still Count Werner of Aargau, who is the leader of the Habsburgs in this time period. They are nobodies. We are nobodies. We are just not very relevant, generally speaking. We come from like a branch off of the Zeringen family, who is much more prestigious and much more well respected. We're not. The Habsburg name commands no respect, and it's not seen in a very positive light in any way. We're just literally bumpkins from the foothills of the Alps in modern day Switzerland, which at this time was just, you know, weird collage of cultures and more Germanic than anything else. Count Werner is uneducated. I've RP'd him as illiterate. I think he is, right? I mean, He is learning too. Oh, fuck. Our wife just died. That is a tragedy. Our wife had no learning. So we are illiterate bumpkins. We just like to garden and drink. Our son is the competent one who's scheming. Not him. He's incompetent. Otto von Habsburg. Who's a lunatic? When did he get that? Oh my god, I get RP a lunatic. Oh, yes. Okay. This campaign just got a lot more fun. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a little think how I'm gonna do this. Okay, I know. Yeah, so that's our son. He was just a drunk last time we left him. He's now a lunatic, so that's interesting. Generally speaking, we have very good relations with House Geneve under Count Aemon, who our son is very close with. We were very close with his father, who's now dead. He died during a hunt with us at the end of last session. He was inviting us to this. Oh. Who? That's irrelevant. So that's the state of things. We were also pretty close with Count Ehrlich. The player's not here today. And then we're close with Count Burkhardt. So generally speaking, I'm not going to play any. I won't be ambitious with this character until our son comes to power. I really want to like start RPing them realistically in CK3. And Count Werner, in my mind, he does not want anything to do with like plotting ambition or doing unrealistic things for our house. He is content with what he has built. He is happy with what he has built in Argyle. We have wealthy fields, we have hunting grounds, we have a castle that, although small, is more than our ancestors could have dreamed of. So, in his eyes, what we have is great, and our son's ambition could spoil and destroy it all. He's also a raging lunatic, so that will definitely contribute to that. So for us, in our final years, we're just going to enjoy them, and we're going to do everything in our power to stop our son's ambition. That being said, I will RP our son a little bit, and he's going to be doing auto things. Alrighty. Everything else is in line. Okay, we have a fair bit of income now compared to at least when we started. We do have those lovely fields of Argyle, which are making us money. And we also do have very nice hunting grounds, which we will use for politicking. We are going to go pay a little visit to Count Aemon very soon. But I want to take a quick look at things and how it is going. Also, regarding Grand Campaign, I may do it tomorrow morning. We'll see. That would be when I do it. I won't do it later today. Because I'm exhausted. I got like 4 hours of sleep. All the hunts. In terms of our courtiers, I do want us... We don't have children, so we won't get a court tutor. We are going to get a master of the hunt, though. We'll go with our son, Otto von Habsburg. We will make him the master of the hunt in Argyle. And I think we're going to be good on positions. We just can't afford a lot of them as him, honestly. We're just not that wealthy. Our army is so incredibly humble as well. You gained a lover out of nowhere. Oh my god, you're right. Sophie von Reitberg. No idea who this is. She's a bold villain who's chaste. And apparently, as soon as our wife died, we started screwing this woman. What, I mean, what can you say? Count Werner is trying to enjoy his late years. You can't blame the man. Do you remember sending an ally request? You got Piedmont in a test run. Yeah, but that's without players. Anytime players are in a Paradox game, it's going to go very differently than what you expect. Only 4 hours? I got 10 and I just feel exhausted. Yeah. No, I will crash at some point. I'm hoping it's not during the stream. I'm going to go make more coffee in a minute. I did it before. There was a time in college where literally like, what was that crazy fucking schedule I had? I did this for 6 months too. In college, I would go to school for like 6 or 7 hours. I'd go work a job for 6 hours into the evening. I'd go home and I'd chill for like 30 minutes an hour. And then I'd go work out like almost every night with my buddy at like 1 a.m. We'd get back at usually 3 a.m. And then I'd get up at like fucking like I think 7 a.m. to go to class or something like that. I did that for 6 months. And looking back on it, I just don't know how I did that. I mean, I was ridiculously healthy at the time. I was very, very fit. But even then, it was crazy. I still don't know how I got through that. To this day, I look back on it just with amazement, honestly. Not sure why we're paused here. Let me go check announcements. That was just fucking crazy. It was a lot of fun. Nothing in particular. Oh, no announcements. I do not know why we're paused. In college, I regularly didn't sleep for 2 to 3 days at a time. My brother in Christ. Multiple days is when it gets rough. I've done that many times. I mean, for studying, I suppose, especially. When I was in college, I also didn't know, like, why I struggled so much all the time with, like, getting things done. Undiagnosed ADHD is a fucking bitch, and I had no idea what it was at the time. So I regularly did things like that to get exams and study, but I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Spoleto. Oop. I do need to send a quick message. I regularly stay up till 4 to 5 a.m. hanging with friends and then wonder why I wake up after noon. Yeah, true. If you can do that lifestyle, it's a lot of fun, but it's not always sustainable. Personally, and then like financially as well, because, you know, jobs don't like that. I'm working full time and I'm finishing my master's right now, and oh my god, I just feel tired every day. Yeah, you've got the very rough lifestyle. Hopefully, a full-time job too. Jesus Christ, man. I don't think I could do that with a master's. I don't have the mental bandwidth these days. Back in the day, we didn't have Adderall. It was just all Coke, so the studying was subpar for energy for days. Fuck, man. I just drank too much coffee. Like, I drank an unhealthy amount of coffee. I'd usually have, like, at least 2, like, 3-shot espressos a day on a school day. At the very least, sometimes more. It was a lot. It was probably, like, dangerous, but... Gotta get those grades, man. Turn up the music. Oh, the Kaiser died. Kaiser Henrik. No, he didn't die. He was overthrown. That's what's been going on. I am purposely trying to stay out of the big politics of the realm. The way I see it, we are such irrelevant little fucking bumpkin counts, right? And our leader, our character, he just doesn't care about politics. So we're just going to be completely out of the loop on all this stuff. But yeah, the Kaiser's no longer in power. He's been pushed out and replaced by, is that his brother, Kaiser Henrik V, who is a temperate, gregarious, lustful drunk. He's a capable administrator, though. Oh, man. Even though I drink 2 energy drinks a day, it's not sustainable, but sometimes you do gotta do that shit, man. Oh, well, things are certainly spicy. We are directly actually under the Kaiser because there's no duchy in the Alps where we're at right now, which our son will certainly try and get, but until he's alive, he can fuck right off. Let's go speak with Count Gerard. Hello there.
Hello.
It's been a while. I'm Otto Habsburg, the presumptive Kaiser of the HRE.
Presumptive?
Of course.
Well,
Many people recognize me for being a Kaiser in all but name. I talked with some of them on the way here. I mean, I'm sure you see the same.
well, actually, I was quite unaware of this,
No,
perhaps
it's true.
self-proclaimed title.
Many people speak of how the Kaiser is really just a clone of me. A reflection, if you will, an imperfect version. For justice can only be found best in the true form, which is me. But regardless, we don't need to talk about such things. They're happening regardless. How are you, Count Amon? It's been a while.
Well, myself, I'm doing quite good, though. I do question your own health, Otto.
I've never felt better. What do you mean? I'm in good health. The hunting has been fantastic. A Kaiser needs to be very fit, don't you think?
Well, I assume that I can agree on, yes.
Ah, good. Good. How is my sister?
She is holding up quite well, although I'm not too sure why, but she has kept locking herself in the basement of this fine castle every so often. She keeps saying
Locking
about,
herself
being
in the
hunted.
basement?
Yes, she keeps saying something about being hunted. I'm not too sure exactly what she's talking about.
She might just find it more comfortable. The basement's a very nice place. The dankness, the dampness, it's not the best. But that's where beer is stored, after all. Who would want for a better place than that?
Well, I'm not too sure about her. She's not one to indulge in the drink like I would.
Ah, she was always quite foolish. It is, after all, drink that sets the mind free utterly. Don't suppose you have any of that French wine we had last time? I did rather take to the stuff.
Oh, yes.
Even if it was
indeed,
made
I
by the
do.
Gauls. Ah, wonderful.
You know, I must keep it on hand. It's never a bad time to indulge a little bit.
I find that if one constantly carries a wineskin with them, they are never without respite from the dreariest of days, you know.
Indeed.
Well, I am here to talk about my general plans moving forward. I find myself rather impoverished, oddly enough, despite being a Kaiser. It's an odd thing. I should be sitting in the throne room of the Empire, but yet I find my holding in this small castle in the Alps. It's a strange thing. I only think that this must be some great mistake, and I seek to rectify it by gaining the status needed. And I wish to talk about how we can do that together, my friend.
Yes.
I must say, your lack of enthusiasm is shocking.
Well, yes, I have been watching the elections for the heir of the Kaiser quite closely, and it seems as if Heinrich V is rather a legitimate Kaiser, if you catch that.
They've been all fooled. It's all nonsense, I assure you. It's some sort of terrible mistake, and I think we need to rectify that together, don't you think? In my mind, I've always thought that becoming the Duke of the Alps, the Duke of the Mountains, the Kaiser of the Mountains even, I think that has always been something I wanted, and if I do it, well, everyone will see me for what I am. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I will agree. It will certainly give your name much more prestige to it. Yes.
I disagree. It will return the prestige that a true Kaiser should have.
I'm sorry, I don't quite follow here.
Why not?
Well, you see, you continue to claim yourself as the Kaiser, but the Kaiser himself or at least the former Kaiser himself, well, happens to not even have, I don't even believe have even met us.
I already explained this to you. He's a reflection. They put in place a doppelganger of me with an odd appearance. It's just a mistake, and one we need to fix quickly too.
You mean to tell me there is a demon sitting on the throne of the Holy Roman Empire?
There is. Do you not understand that?
Well, if this claim happens to be true, then this is something we must not bring to me. This is something we must bring to the Pope himself, is it not?
You never know who are working with the demons, my friend. Even the Pope could be under their sway. We have to be very careful. They're dangerous creatures, you know. I've seen them. Very nasty creatures, all red. Lots of teeth. Very off-footing.
Well, I must say, I would certainly hope the Pope is not working with the demons. He was the one who excommunicated the former Kaiser for his grave sins.
I know, but they could be putting in place an elaborate plan to stop a true noble Kaiser with just rule from sitting on this throne. It's no easy task, you know. I'm convinced that when the people know what has been done, they will proclaim me as the liege they always knew to be in their hearts.
Perhaps so, but
Do you have any more of that wine?
Sure
I must say, it's my glass has become dangerously low.
Oh, indeed I do. I'll give you a few bottles to take home with you as well when you do.
Well, that will make the trip home a lot more fun. It's a long way, you know. So many mountains. So many goddamn mountains.
Indeed, I have made this trip many a times, I would know.
Of course. But what of you, my friend? You say nothing of yourself. You must be up to something. You always were a busy man. And an ambitious one, too.
Well, I must say I have gained a claim on Count Ulrich's throne.
Oh, Count Ulrich!
Indeed.
That old fool. You know, my father works with him. I don't understand it. Bunch of old men content with their little hovels in the mountains. It's absurd. Don't you agree?
Indeed it is, especially Count Ulrich. I've not seen him for a while, in fact. I worry for his health as well.
Perhaps they took him too. They're crafty, you know.
Perhaps they have taken him. I must agree on that part. I have not seen him in, God, maybe even 2 years.
You don't think they replaced him with a double too, do you? It's possible. They're very crafty.
Well, surely his sons must have noticed if they did.
Plus, they're in on it too. Come on, Count Eamon, you're smarter than that.
I find it hard to believe a righteous Catholic son of Count Ulrich would be as such a sinner to replace another righteous man.
No. Men will surprise you. You know this. They'll claim to be something and be something else entirely. Always.
Well, I must say I have seen it before. My former chancellor. He was a man working with the devil.
He was in with him too?
Already.
Oh, tell me, Count Eamon, they didn't get to you, did they?
No, of course not. He has been banished from my court.
Good, good. You made a brave decision. Your just rule is commendable.
Yes. If there is one thing I must keep close to in these times, it is God, especially if what you claim is to be true.
Of course, we have nothing else. Who else will guide us through the darkness as these devils try and take the empire from me? This is very good wine, though, I must say. I remembered it, not even as good as this. You Gauls.
Yes. It was made from the grapes grown in the vineyards of France. Truly magnificent.
Truly. I will enjoy taking this home and drinking much of it.
As one should.
Of course. You slowly notice that Count Ulrich has lolled back in his chair and is beginning to sleep.
Count Ulrich? When did he get here?
All right, I said all I came to say. Did you want to talk about anything else on RP?
No, but Aiden is a little bit confused.
Have you looked at Otto?
I did. I did.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, in the morning he'll wake up and, without saying much to you, find the wine you left him and just wander out and head home.
All right.
Wonderful. I'll speak with you later.
With Ulrich.
I'm worried about that boy. I don't know what happened, but recently our son is acting very strange. I don't know what's up with him. He's always been a little odd. I mean, who would want more than the beautiful garden we've cultivated, the beautiful castle we've constructed? Who would want more than that? But he has gotten rather odd lately. Probably just his humors. All right, we'll wait to upgrade fields. Will you begin mass inbreeding? Shh, no spoilers. Come on. No spoilers. Alrighty. There's a grand tournament. No, we could hold a grand tournament. We cannot afford that. Absolutely not. What he needs is the Count's bishops to perform an exorcism. No, we need to exorcise the fake Kaiser. Really. Really. I do kind of want to go RP with Mannix, but he's so overwhelmed I don't want to bug him. You hit the gym for the first time in over a year and it felt so fucking good. Dude, true. Working out like just gives pure dopamine. It's so fucking nice. Just keep up with it. Man, the events are kind of buggy, aren't they? See if Mannix is busy. No, you know what it's time for? Where is he? Thought I was here today. RP, are you cool for something real quick?
Yep.
All right, one moment. Hello there.
Greetings.
I am Kaiser Otto von Habsburg. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Forgive me, did you say Kaiser?
Oh, the true Kaiser, not that fake doppelganger they have somehow ruling this empire. Duchess Matilda, I've heard tell of your beauty, and I must say, it is not unfounded.
It's Princess now.
Oh!
Please address me correctly.
Well, you should be the Kaiserina of the HRE. Oh, sorry, the Empire. I apologize. A title much more befitting you.
I see. What is it that you want?
I have traveled here to make you a simple offer. I need a good woman, a zealous woman to rule with me the great empire that we are a part of. And no simple woman will do. I've heard tell of the stature of your nature. You know, the Pope has unfortunately been replaced by a demon, and there's no one who could give you a proper divorce. But I think naturally we could find someone willing to get rid of your husband, and, well, I mean, it's only your duty as a good Christian woman to help rule the empire itself.
You see, she can just stare. There's no change in her face. She's just staring blankly. I see, my lord.
Have I miscommunicated something?
No, of course not, my lord. It is good that you have come to me to speak to me about such holy matters.
Of course. I do view it as most important. Your husband, he's I've heard he's a good man, but he's not the Kaiser, and we have a duty to protect the empire and Christendom, you know.
Of course. May I learn about how you learned about the secret of the Pope?
Well, there is a group of demons and devils consorting within the empire. They've already replaced me as the emperor, and they've put this fake Fopstoodle on the throne in my stead, and, well,
my goodness.
They had the support of the Pope. I have friends who have told me of this. It's a dark thing, a dangerous thing in these times. We must be very careful.
Indeed, my lord. Indeed. This is quite scandalous.
It is indeed.
I can't believe they have disposed somebody as holy as yourself.
Well, as you know well, you've read scripture. God tests us in odd ways, and if this is what must be done for us to find good rule and true love, I might add, I am but a servant of the Lord.
Well, might I suggest something, my lord?
Of course.
It would be incredibly sinful of us to engage in a relationship. God would see it as an affront to himself. So I suggest that we work together, to strive together, to place you back as Kaiser. And we start negotiating with members of the realm who could help us in such a matter.
You have to be very careful. So many of them have been replaced by these doubles. The demons are everywhere, you know. But I agree. There is something to be said with subtlety. We do face the armies of hell, after all.
Of course. Now, I believe that my you could say my husband, who you believe to be most unholy, or not unholy, misguided. I think he could be a useful pawn, therefore should be left alive. So we might use him to get you back to where you belong.
He's a good Christian. I would never suggest killing a Christian. What do we have without good and just rule? The killing of a Christian is a tragedy beyond belief. I'd never suggest such a thing. But I don't think he's best for you, Lady Matilda. To put it simply.
I understand that, but if I am removed from my husband's side, it is my duty as a good Christian to stand alone and go to a nunnery to be with God.
Nonsense.
God would want it.
No. The Lord wants just rule. He wants his empire on earth ruled well. And we must do that together. There's no one else. I could never take another woman to wife. I could never take another woman to, I do technically have a wife, but that too can be gotten rid of as soon as we replace this false pope with one who is not a devil.
I see. You speak sound words, my lord.
Of course.
Now, we must conduct this carefully and separately. I suggest we conduct a plan where you return to your realm and start planning, and return here in 20 years' time where we might enact this plan.
It's a long time. I would be an old man.
But the strong.
No. No, we must be married before the year's out. I'll have none of it. I am the Kaiser after all. You should heed my words.
I see. You just see her face is still unchanged, but you just see like a tiny bit of twitch in her eye. I see, my lord. Well,
you know, my lady,
yes.
I must say, if you will not grant your hand, I will be forced to win it instead. I'm not afraid of a challenge. The Lord tests us. And if you lack conviction, I will have to give it to you.
Tell you what, my lord. I will conduct the test of God. I shall pray to the Lord. And if you can prove to me that you have God's full favor, you will have my hand in marriage. I will wait for the angels to come to me in my dreams and tell me of your righteous intent.
I think that is a reasonable conclusion. No, you are right. You are right. He would, and he will. I do not lack conviction, nor would you. No, this is a reasonable thing to suggest. I would not stand in the way of our Lord and Savior after all. But remember, every moment we do not act is another. That reflection takes away from our great empire.
Indeed. I couldn't agree more, my lord. What did you say your name was again, my lord?
I am the Kaiser, Otto von Habsburg.
Oh,
Who
yes,
else?
Of course. Oh, forgive me. Names are not my strong suit, my lord.
I understand. Well, it's been a long journey here, but I think that, love is always found most wanting when apart. I will return home to my holdings in the south, and when the angels do visit you, remember my name. And if not, I will return.
Of course. I will travel with haste as soon as the angels speak to me in my dream, as they did to our Blessed Mother.
Farewell. It's been a pleasure. Completely reasonable. Heir to the throne. You know, there's these mushrooms the Scandinavians used to use. Maybe they'd help her see the Lord. I've heard that they're very potent. Otto has never been better. I don't know what you're talking about. Count Werner's also pretty worried. His son disappeared in the night and was spotted apparently in northern Germany visiting Princess Matilda. So very, very worrying situation. I am gonna do it though. No. Let's go. Yeah. We're gonna sing a love ballad. She complimented us. A beautiful voice. Indeed. We gave her a nice poem before we left. Ah, you mean that Fopstoodle, her husband? Oh no, I am. Fuck. God damn it, this is bullshit. I'm just gonna do it as Werner. I'll message him. And we'll just RP it as it being auto. And if by some absolutely crazy chance it succeeds, we can save edit it, because you can do relations. We'll message him. Alrighty. Oh god, please Matilda. AI, please do not say yes. It's a player, actually. It's a full player. That's who we were talking with. A difficult looking man demands an audience. My name is Amadeus. You may have encountered my beautiful sculptures on the Calvaries next to the roads of your domain. I thought you might want to become my benefactor. Indeed, as my name has become quite famous among your subjects, both of us could benefit from this partnership. As proof of my good faith, I will create a unique and masterful sculpture for you to display wherever you wish. Yeah, we got the money for it. We're holding gold like a goddamn dragon, so yes. And then we'll get those crop fields a little bit later. A little bit nice sculpture would spice up the humble castle of Count Werner of Argau. Oh, so Matilda actually is an AI. I didn't realize that. Because she lost her holdings. So yeah, he's playing Duke Ordolf then. Yeah, I see. Oh well, that's fine. I also really need to get a better AC unit. Jesus Christ. It's gotten very hot and my AC unit is barely working. If you see me sweating ridiculously, I promise I'm not dying. It's just... that. Do you have a goal for this campaign? Yes, to become at the very least Dukes of the Alps. Beyond that, I don't really have a plan. Get our dynasty really, really big and then like marry into a lot of royal families. That's the other big goal for this game. I want to like basically just become a duke. I'm not really looking to get beyond that actively. And then just like get our family into as many others as possible. As you do. Last couple days was 90 degrees. Now it's 50 degrees. I love the weather here. It's like constantly in the 90s now here. I'm in a room that's completely uninsulated too. It's a little bit rough. And the AC doesn't get upstairs. So I have like this makeshift fucking little AC unit that does not work well. Amadeus comes back with the product of his labor. You inspect the statue from head to toe. This is Virgin Mary. Her hands are joined in prayer and her eyes closed. The sculpting is sharp of a complex veil covering Mary's head and falling over her shoulders. This is how everyone should see her from listening to the liturgy? Liturgy, yeah. Damn, it's actually really good. Look at that. We don't have a throne room, obviously, so we can't do anything with it, but it is very nice. Nice. We can always gift it to someone. Oh man, how hot is it today? I think I'll talk to Stairmark in a little bit. Again, Werner's not going to just do much. I might host like another hunt after a while. We're just going to look to upgrade our fields and just kind of relax. I don't think his character would be doing really anything excessive at this age and at this point. He's just got like a woman he's screwing on the side. He's just got his garden. He's got his beer. He's having to watch over his batshit crazy son. I'm gonna go talk with Duke Bearholt too. Cloudy and rainy, but still warm, a perfect 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Nice, hell yeah. Well, Colorado weather is always so wonderful. Is it just a thing for all your children to be insane? I think so, yeah. We haven't even started inbreeding yet. That's the crazy thing. Can you imagine how bad this will be when we're actually doing it? He just aiming on a drinking pitch. Yeah, our sister's also fucking crazy. Count Ida, the sadistic, paranoid, ambitious profligate. Well, she's our daughter. She's Otto's sister. That woman do be a lot. What is going on? I bet there's some other big shift in the politics. Florida heat? Yeah, dude, fuck that. Florida heat combined with having your governor being Rhonda DeSantis is a little fucking rough, I'm gonna be honest. She keeps looking herself in my wine cellar and yelling that she'll stab my Jewish steward. Countess Ida, what are you doing? She is a treacherous villain, so that checks out. What's our son? An insane empath. All right. Our second son still does need to be married. He's just very incompetent. Oh, Otto had a kid. I forgot about that. He's had one for a while. We gave him a stewardship education, so we'll get his father to oversee him. All right, we should get a wife for our son. Given our really small status, I'm not going to abuse the AI and just get us a marriage with someone crazy. Let's find someone reasonable. I'll probably just do it with an AI who's like very kind of irrelevant, I think is what I'll do. Who's obviously a Christian. Well, her, she's pretty. We go after that. She's got a small house. I will never prioritize traits for marriage like that are genius, hail, and things like that. But if they're actively pretty, I think that does make sense. Yeah. Parents are of good breeding. Mine are noble. She'll fit our son well, so we'll do that. We've just kind of already assumed he's just going to be incompetent and let him fuck off. Aemon's a witch? I can't see that. You might have found your ticket out of Florida. Lest I'm able to afford the fare to have my shit moved across the country. I'm glad to hear that, man. Hope you get out of there. Florida's a fucking shithole. Once July hits, it will get up to 110 degrees here on a clear day, and we're a high plains desert, so it's dry as fuck here. Still isn't as bad as humid as Florida. True. That's what I liked about California. It got well over 100 like almost every day in the summer, but dry heat is standable. It just fucking cooks you. It's hot. It sucks. Okay, but it's manageable, right? Fuck, we died. Count Werner of Aargau rests in the arms of the Lord at 70 years of age. He died of old age, a conniving man. He will all along be remembered for his pettiness. IMC, you're in Idaho? Oh, shit. I don't know if you've said that before. Oh, nice. You know I'm from Idaho, right? From Lewiston. You'll actually know where that is. All right, we're gonna go for a domain focus. We'll make our brother our steward. We trust him. He's not very competent, but you know, they're plotting against us. We need loyal people. We should go talk about alliance with Aemon. Aemon could try and convince Sato he's the second coming of Christ. There needs to be a leader to fight off the armies of these devils who have taken the empire, so... we do need to go speak with Aemon. You're in Coeur d'Alene? Bro, I've been through there a bunch going fucking snowmobiling and shit. That's crazy. Dude, I will not say anything about Idaho. I'm so conflicted. Like, the beauty of Northern Idaho is incredible. You know, you're right next to it. Like, Northern Idaho is just so incredibly beautiful, but I do struggle to enjoy the people, I'll be honest. Alrighty, let's go find Aemon. Hello there.
Ah, hello.
I regret to inform you, my father has died.
Ah. Werner, I'm sorry for your loss, good honor. He was a fine man.
He lacked perspective, but he was a good man. His passing is a tragedy. It's my sister here. I will need to speak with her later and console her. Well, a crusade has been called by the false pope in Rome. Have you heard of it?
Indeed. And my half-sister is going to be fighting in it.
That's good to hear. I plan to lead my men into battle. The Kaiser must fight in such a war.
Yes, of course. A battle for our good King Christ is never one that is to be skipped over.
No, certainly not. We cannot have such things. I am here to speak with you, though. We've spoken much in our youth. And I do think that I am in need of allies. For the Kaiser cannot stand alone without those loyal to stand with him. And I am afraid I have very few. I hold you like a brother. You are a brother by marriage now. And I think that a formal alliance between our houses and our countdoms is needed for the empire.
I will agree. Our two countdoms are in grave need of friends in these trying times in this region.
They are?
But I do question, perhaps, what your grand ambitions would be.
I made them clear to you, have I not?
Besides, of course, claiming your grand throne.
Well, first, I think I must regain my lost status. I will need to become the Duke of the Alps. I have friends and backers for such a thing. And I think by doing so, I would legitimize myself to those who have not been taken by these heathen devils. And from there, well, I think many would see me for what I am, the true Kaiser.
Yes, perhaps so, perhaps so.
You agree?
Did you
I will
ask if
take
I'm
your
agree-
silence and your look of awe as commitment to such a worthy cause, my friend.
I would be, of course, willing to back of course, as you have said, a brother of mine in becoming the Duke of the Alps, of course. It's a grand title, and my relation and my family's relation to such title will come in handy in the future.
Of course, we are already married. You're in a royal lineage now.
But I do also ask that should you become the Duke of the Alps, you have perhaps helped my family press its claim on the county of Bern.
Against Count Ulrich.
Indeed. He has been missing for far too long in my eyes. I have not seen him in ages, and I don't believe his people have either. An old man, an old recluse, it seems.
Yes,
Has no
I think
place in,
this would
the
be
rightful throne.
a good idea. But we will, and my requirement of this would be, you'll need to do a thorough search, my friend, to make sure that we find every one of those demons that has captured him. They must be in Bern, and we'll need to root them out.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah, so no, I can't think of a better person to do that. I like these terms. I think that they are very agreeable.
Outstanding then.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. Do you plan to march to the Crusade? Jan Eamon.
I do.
Good. We must hold strong against the heathen. All of their souls taken by devils, and there's countless amounts of them outside the Empire and outside of Christendom. I look forward to killing as many as I can.
I have met some even in my own holding here.
Heathens here?
Yes. Well,
Please tell me that you have them strung up or burning in your courtyard.
oh, of course. Well, this was years and years ago, but
Good.
I have met
Good.
many of them. Speaking of this false god named Allah.
Truly, they are everywhere these days. We must be on guard, my friend. Always. They will creep through any lapse in our judgment. Through the night. Through any open window.
Indeed. They are always watching us, it seems.
They
I
are.
do not doubt they all have ambitions to destroy the grand empire that we swore our allegiance to.
My allegiance is to God. The Emperor answers to no one else.
Indeed.
I will not ask you to swear your allegiance to me, though, for I know your loyalty is absolute. I can trust utterly in you, a man of good judgment, a capable man, an ambitious man. The Empire needs such men. So I will not ask this of you.
Yes, indeed. It seems as if this empire is needing of more men of God in general.
You're speaking the truth there. You don't need more of that Gaulish wine, by the way.
Well, I do, but I'm afraid Ida is currently hiding in the cellar. If you wish to go down there and get some...
Well, yes, I suppose I will have to break the news of our father's death to her while I'm down there.
Indeed. I do warn you, though, she is not the most, conversational.
She's got the soundest mind I've ever known. To put herself next to the greatest liquid God has ever given to man. If I could live in a cellar full of wine and beer, I would live a happy man the rest of my days. But no, the Emperor, he has many duties. Well,
Yes,
I suppose I should go down there and look in on her. Such a wise woman.
Did you luck?
Thank you, my friends. When we go on the Crusade and fight in this war, we will march together, yes?
Oh, of course.
Good. You know, I know you are a capable warrior, Count Aemon. I've heard tell of it. I am no spring lion myself, but I'm a capable hunter. My skill with a bow is quite capable, and I am no coward. We will kill many heathens together, brother.
Indeed. In the name of our Lord and Christ the King, shall they tremble in fear.
I fear his name, and even I, a true Christian. Well, Count Aemon, we will march together soon. It's in 46 days. I've been running for 8 months, so fuck.
I happen to imagine he just comes in here, drinks all of my wine, like spouts a bunch of schizophrenic shit, and then leaves.
He go talks to his crazy sister in the basement. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, by the way, Idaho is Far Cry. That's what Far Cry 5 was based on.
I thought it was Montana.
It's supposed to be like the border region between northern Idaho and then Montana, because it's all full of just like batshit crazy people. It's where like Heaven's Gate and Old World Blues is also taken from. All right, this will be interesting. I think like all the players are gonna do this war, so this should be fun. Dude, look at the troop difference.
I know.
I think we are about ready.
Indeed.
Let's meet in Genoa. We can cross from there, yes?
Yes, of course.
Good.
I believe when I come home, I must speak with Count Rudolph. It is time for my family to claim its rightful place.
Good. I also need to speak with Count Burkhard. When we get home, let us go speak with him. I think that it is time to proclaim a Duke of the Elves, do you not?
What is Count Burkhard? Hold on.
He's the player in Neuchâtel.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's see, where's your army? There you are. Okay,
it's
cool.
going to Geneva. Or, fuck, to Genoa.
right. Do you want to attach to me, or am I going to attach to you? Or we could just do it ourselves and try and keep up with each other. That's more hectic. Well,
I think that's a more realistic way.
True. Count Aemon, where do you wish to land? I'm thinking Beirut or Acre, perhaps.
Yes. Perhaps somewhere, of course, very close to the grand holy city of Jerusalem.
I have news from home before we cross. My wife has had another daughter. Well, she's not my true wife, but well, a man needs children, does he not? An emperor must have heirs.
Indeed, but I do question, what do you mean she is not your true wife?
Well, the Duchess Matilda, or Princess Matilda, I should say. She's my true wife.
I see.
I've never been on a boat before. Are you sure these things are safe? Maybe I should go question the captain.
I've traveled many a ways. I can assure you, these are the safest vessels around. Of course, that is if you do not run into the beasts that lie in these waters, but if we stay close to the shores, we'll be fine.
You mean the heathens, or what beasts?
Have you not heard the tales?
You don't believe so? Oh, it's the whale, of course. I mean, from our holy book, but what else?
I've done many reading. Many peoples from Brittany all the way to the Greek coast that speak of grand beasts that lurk in the waters.
Those eastern sodomites. I can't trust a word out of them.
I believe either way, it's a fine read. If you're into it. Holy shit.
Well, if there are such dangerous creatures in these waters, one must be wary of them, and knowledge is power, I suppose. I plan to land in Beirut. Do you wish to accompany me?
Of course.
Good. It will be something to be in the land where Christ himself once walked, doing our sacred duty. To live in these times, we are blessed.
Indeed. These are perhaps the times that Christ will return to us.
Perhaps.
We can only pray so.
Perhaps. I hope so. For the army of devils, they may not be able to be defeated by mortal man.
But he can be defeated by Christ, of course.
No, that is true. Nothing can stand in his way. Rather dusty. Didn't expect that.
These cities, I must say, they are quite yellow.
Looks more tan to me. They do build big walls here, don't they? Devils. Strange
Indeed
concoctions.
It seems as if they build their very buildings out of the soil they walk on. Strange peoples, I must say.
True. Mountains make good buildings and good castles. Well, they don't have any of those, really, do they? That's a rather large hill over there, but I suppose could be a mountain. It's rather far away. Yeah, I've had troubling news from my advisors. They say that the siege may last years. Perhaps we should concoct some plan to break through.
Yes, I do concur.
Now, I've read a book. Well, I should apologize. I've heard a tale about a great wooden horse left outside of a castle. I think instead, a great wooden lion. Yes, that would be much better. There's a lot of trees around here. We could build one.
I'm not sure what you are talking about. I have not seen any trees.
I have a plan. We're going to build a giant wooden lion. All right, stay with me. We're going to leave it outside the doors. Stay with me. We're going to leave our army there entirely. We'll have men inside ready to take it through. And when they open their doors, we will light it on fire. And the screams of the men inside will be so intimidating. They will surrender the fortress. It's a foolproof plan, no? I'll take your silence as awe. I didn't realize I had such a martial mind. Well, I will talk to my men. We'll get constructing on that. I think it's a very good plan.
Okay. I will leave you and your men to that.
Very well, very well. Out of RP, in this time period, did Beirut still have a bunch of trees, or was this after they cut down like fucking all of
them? Well, if there's anything to go by the picture of the siege, I don't think there are any trees at all.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but that's like the joke.
I would assume we've already lit the forest on fire.
Yeah, probably. that's true. Yep. Well, I'll have to go find a port and commandeer some boats. We can make scrapwood out of them.
Yes. I have received a letter from my wife. It seems she has come out of the basement.
I'm glad to hear that. Foolhardy woman. Does she not know she sits in the greatest place on earth in her dwelling? Madness. Such a thing. Madness, I say.
Oh. It seems as if the Duke of Angria has come to assist us in our great siege.
The Duke of Angria?
His armies, yes.
Ah, that poor man. He doesn't know that I'm going to be marrying his wife. Just keep that to ourselves. No need to cause issue in such a holy mission.
Well, as long as it is done through the proper lines.
Of course. God will grant the Kaiser what he wishes. I know this. He said so.
Of course. There is no holier man within the Empire.
No. I like how everyone's besieging out everything, and then our armies are struggling to take one fortress. Our 1,000 men.
They should be thankful we even came. We didn't have to.
I also might die. My stress levels are maxed out, so.
Oh, I'm on level 1 out of 3 because my mother died like the second I left.
I don't know why I keep getting. I've also lost a leg in this battle, apparently. You know what we're gonna say out of RP? He put himself in that fucking lion, and when it lit on fire, he managed to get out, but he lost a leg. So.
I must say, Otto, when we return home, I believe I will be indulging in the full keg of beer this time, perhaps.
I'm well ahead of you. See, I planned for this. I knew that this would be a long mission. Christ always tests us for long periods. And I had several casks of good, Argyle beer brought. Would you like some? I'm already, quite drunk myself. Makes the leg more manageable, you know?
I would love some. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. It's good stuff.
Indeed.
Good stuff, indeed. That reminds me of home. We cannot take this fucking fortress. Dude, watch this. The war is gonna end.
People. There are 4,000 people.
I know, even with Angry, we're struggling. Damn it! That demon pope stopped us before we took what was ours.
Ah. But at least he has granted us some of the spoils.
This is true.
And we have, of course, claimed the Holy Land for our righteous faith.
It is fair. That is fair. Well, we must stay home now. It's been a pleasure. I think I will part ways with you, for I wish to reflect on the holy mission on the way home.
Yes, of course.
And, yes. I think it's very needed. It's been a pleasure. Count Damon. We will meet soon enough. Watch out for devils.
I will make sure I do.
Good. Very well. Well, the demons didn't get us, but they did stop us from taking what is ours. A tragedy indeed. I also did miss a bunch of chat. I apologize. And on that note, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Made some more coffee. We are doing the rehost right now, so it'll be a few moments. I don't remember the CK2 bug where the pops would just end all Crusade titles, keep all Crusade titles. You mean the Pope, right? That was so long ago, I don't remember. I do remember the Crusades being just way better in CK2, that's for sure. Just in terms of playability. But I am probably remembering the later version after all the DLC, so. You ruling Gaza? Really, Schlob? Fuck yeah, man. Our brother, my brother got no titles, sadly. What's up, Imbo? How are you doing? Alrighty. You almost got game ended. What happened? God damn it. Lord Lambert already got up a reaction video to my fucking Vic 3 video. Jesus Christ, dude. It's an hour and a half. Bro, what? Oh my God. No, how did he get it out in an hour and a half? It's gonna be him ranting, isn't it? Oh shit. Hold on. All right, yeah, I'll play a little bit of this while we wait. Ah, Lambert, come on, man. Dude, that video has gotten such a negative reaction though. I just checked it and Jesus, I've got like 50 comments on it of people just hating on it, which I get. The Vic 2 cope is hard. I understand. All right. Let me see. Let's see what he's. He's even got the mask. Come on, Lambert, you can make a better thumbnail, bro. Come on. That's an hour and a half.
I am making a video only a couple of hours after I said on my community tab that I didn't know when the next video was gonna be made. That's fun, but there's a good reason for it, and it's because this is a relatively low effort video where I'm just reacting to someone else's video, because it's just how it do be.
That's the YouTube meta, not gonna lie.
If I feel a little bit wheezy, or if there's a weird...
Yeah, poor Lambert's sick right now, man. I feel bad for him. Hope he gets better.
Yeah,
he's a really nice dude. We completely disagree on Vic 3, but I really do like Lambert. He's a very nice guy.
Oh, Lambert, you're always getting sick, which I've had a couple of those comments. I would argue this is the same sickness that I had a couple of weeks ago. Long COVID plus flu is not a good mix, and I think I might have to go to the hospital next week. Nor
is inhaling all that Vic 2 copium, Lambert.
Anyway,
you gotta look out for yourself. Smoke when you're sick is really bad.
Completely irrelevant. Let's get on to this video, and I will start by showing you this.
No, it's
here. This is.
I will say, so like my video, I had a lot of fun with it. I stayed up really late making it last night because I just had a good time with it, and it was a lot of fun to make. But my whole take on it is very real. Those are all my honest opinions. I mean, like shitting on Vic 2 fans is just funny because I don't like a lot of them. But no, it's honestly, I really do believe that Vic 2 is garbage. The modding of Vic 2 is amazing. Vic 3 is good for release. I hate Paradox and how they do shit, but it is what it is. You're not going to change that, so.
Now, I am subscribed to Hammurabae, have been for a few months, and there's a good reason for that, alright? I may not play Victoria 3 anymore, because I think it is a very bad game with little to no redeeming qualities, but I have actually been watching some Victoria 3, and I think I'll show you, right? Because you know, I've been watching Victoria 3, his Spanish Empire run, his Germany run. You know, I've been watching his Victoria 3 stuff because, well,
Lambert does very good RP too. If you don't already know Lambert, check him out. He's got very good roleplay content. I watched him for a while, long time actually. He actually made me get into like Aminar too, because he has really good RP like stuff with Aminar, really good stuff.
A good way to explain what these videos are is they're multiplayer games, right? And if you think
no, that's true, Lady Grade. It will take DLCs.
As a
and don't
spectrum,
like
right?
The video makes very clear. I fucking hate that shit. It's greedy bullshit from a corporation. I think it's disgusting. There's no alternative to these games. There's not. If you want good strategy, there's no alternative. We have one place. There's a monopoly. It's Paradox. What it is. Fucking sucks, but that's. I don't like it.
On the one side, you've got someone like, he should be here, Absolute Habibi, right? Absolute Habibi's videos, his multiplayer games are very, competitive, right? There's few rules about, no rules about snaking, about doing things that are, very.
And I will say the first DLC was horrible. The French DLC is a joke, I will say. I like the map update. I like the flavor pack, but like $15 pushed out right after. It's fucking bullshit. They're going the wrong direction. But I think this is just a filler for money. Their next big DLC will decide where they're going to go. But like I said in the video, worst case scenario, the modders will fix the game, and it's horrible, but that will happen.
That I really don't enjoy. My own multiplayer games, by the way, I like to think dead in the center of both of those two extremes. But neither extreme is bad because I watch both of their videos on it. My own games, I prefer them in the middle. Anyway, that's all a bit of a rambliness. I'm already running out of breath. That's great. It's a fantastic start. But I just wanted to preface, I quite like this guy and his videos and his channel.
You know he's gonna roast the shit out of me when he spends 5 minutes going, I like this guy. He makes good videos. He's got some good roleplay. His Vic 3 videos are solid. If he did 5 minutes of that, you know this is gonna be very, very aggressive.
I like his videos on Victoria 3. Except for this one. Because this one, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking awful. So... Let's watch it and react to it, and I will also have another preface. I have asked Hammurabae if I can do this. He's
very polite.
Blessing.
He asked me if he could do the video.
I am going to be
Lumber's a
incredibly
nice guy.
negative towards this video. He's still fine with it. So, the last time I did
like that's the other thing, and there was a small part of me, like I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not a big content creator. I don't mean like I'm ungrateful and like, oh, it sucks, blah, 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 my channel's small. I just mean I'm not. Like, I don't have, like, if someone who's a big YouTuber makes, like, a critique video on something, it usually gets picked up and companies will look at it, right? I'm not that person. There was a small part of me that did hope that this video would do well and that Paradox would see it, as well as other people, and there'd be a bit more of a realistic conversation about Vic 3. Because Vic 3, the conversation so far I have seen has just been bullshit, which is all just war bad, game bad, and, like, I'm not... I may seem like I overcompensate on the other side and I'm protecting Vicky 3 and making it seem there's nothing wrong. There's so much fucking wrong with Vicky 3. It has so much that needs to be improved by the game company. It's ridiculous. But everyone and their fucking mother is acting like this game is just like complete garbage, and it's not. It's really not. And I think someone needs to say the truth here, which is that this is how the game functions. This is how the game company functions. If you want a game to be good, you have to make peace with how it works. I hate that, but it is true, right? And that this game has a lot of redeeming qualities, because it does, and it's better on launch than Vic 2 is. And I'm sure he's going to also make that argument, right? That Paradox should make a better quality game at launch because they are much bigger in Vicky 2. And he's going to be absolutely right. And I won't dispute that. That's true. Because Paradox has gotten lazy with their alpha releases on games, which have gotten much worse because they know they can make us pay money for updates. But that's not my argument. My argument is the core features are fantastic, and they're going to build it into a good game, and it will just require time and money, which sucks. But you can hate the system. You can't dispute what will happen unless they do an Imperator. Just saying. Just saying.
Victoria 3 vid, the creator didn't take it so well. Yeah, no, I'm blocked on Twitter and all that. It's very fun. Anyway. Let us
Lambert, if you ever see this, I am going to block you on Twitter. I am also going to send your mother a strongly worded email about how I just find your behavior to be reprehensible. And it is frankly unprofessional, too. Like, I'm just insulted. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to really overreact to this and just be unreasonable about it.
Copium.
It was a lot of fun to make, I'll be honest.
Copium.
I don't think I've had this much fun making a video ever. It's because I feel very strongly about this issue. Because I really like Vicky 3 a lot. But I also am so conflicted with like how imperfect it is. And I had a similar feeling with Vic 2. Like when Vic 2 was first coming out, I was so excited for it because it's like a game that I'd always wanted, which is an economic and political simulator with, you know, with nuance. It technically had that. It was just so poorly put together, dude. It was ridiculous, and they never improved that shit.
It's not. I mean, okay, well, you know, it's this whole part is like a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, poke fun kind of thing.
I thought it was
If
fun.
you don't know who these three people are supposed to be, this is Tommy K, this is Eyesore Productions, and this is Spud Gun.
It was a lot of fun to
Spud Gun's
make.
channel is almost exclusively multiplayer Victoria 2. Eyesore does.
To be fair, I want to make clear, this is not just me shitting on all three, except for maybe Spud Gun. ISP released a video after launch that, and to be fair, like, I don't want to act like he just completely hated on Vic 3. He hated on Vic 3. He hated on it for good reasons. But I also feel like he didn't, like, give a chance and properly talk about how the core features were really good. And his video was just so clickbaity. Like, what was it? Like, Vic 3 is stinky or something. He came out right after launch. And he talked about, like, you know, what was it? Just generally not wanting to sell his soul for Vicky 3. And, I don't know. I like ISP. He's my favorite, probably, Hoi 4 YouTuber these days. Just because he's fucking funny, right? But I don't know. I didn't love that video. It just seemed like all the others, they were just piling on top of the no war, game bad thing. And, like, honest critiques are good, but they were rare. Most of them weren't that.
A lot of different Paradox games. He's part of, like, the Bacoan group that does multiplayer games in that vein. He did a video called Victoria 3 is Stinky. And then
that's the one.
Tommy K is mostly a Hearts of Iron.
That video was not entirely bad. Like, he did provide nuance to it a little bit, and he did talk about how they're redeeming features, which is good. But it also seemed like he just hadn't played a lot of it, I'm going to be honest.
I think he's done both positive and negative takes of Victoria 3. But his take on the warfare system specifically was, if I remember correctly, very negative. But anyway, yeah.
Tommy K did play Vic 3 a fair bit. I think he still plays a little bit, but he just shit on the Hoi's, like, the military system constantly, and he wanted like a Hoi 4 simulator in Vic, and
all these people,
I don't know, man, it's not what it's for.
Dislike Victoria 3's warfare system. I think Eyesore said that yeah, it's bad, but the other parts of the game are much worse, which is you know, a fair take.
It's Victoria 2 diehards collectively inhaling levels of copium that would kill even Hoi 4 wereboots. What is the cult of Vicky 2, might you ask? Well, it's an organization run by various...
Yeah, I'm still trying to join the game.
Example, who take
Schlob.
inspiration from a group known as the Luddites in Victoria.
I didn't fuck it up, did I? Did y'all already start? Because I've been trying to join for like 5 minutes now, and I'm worried I bugged out. Yeah, his volume's gonna be low on it. If you haven't already watched it, it's on my YouTube channel. You can check it out there if you want full volume. I don't know how to make the volume higher without just, I guess, blowing out your eardrums when Lambert talks. We didn't start. All right. Does it say I'm still joining? Hold on. We may have to finish this later because the CK3 game is still going on. Message the host real quick. One moment. They took Gaza from you? Fuck. We're in. We're good. All right, cool. Watch a bit more of this. We'll play the game, and I'll finish this later. I will watch his whole video on stream later today because I'm curious. Like Lambert, again, he's got very good perspectives on things.
So, the Spud Gun is a very controversial figure, and he's not very well liked by Paradox itself. I don't think it's really a good idea to just call out another creator as, firstly, a con artist and a Luddite.
What I don't like about fucking this stuff is, what I don't have respect for is, Spud Gun, his whole critique of Victoria 3 was, I mean, I use this analogy in a joking manner, but I also have a bit of seriousness to it. In that, like, there are people who innately resist change for change's sake, right? And that's always the vibe I got from Spudgun, because his video, which also came out when Vic 3 launched, did very well, where he just hated on it, essentially. Much like many people, he disliked the war system. And there is valid criticism to be had for the war system in Vicky 3. Don't get me wrong, it needs a lot of work. On launch, it was fucking bad, like in terms of bugs and issues and stuff. But I think the core direction of it was good. And his big critique was he didn't like the core direction. He wanted to be able to move his armies on the map. He wanted a war simulator in this game, and that was his big issue with it. And I disagree with Lambert. I think it's important to call people out who have really fucking bad takes, because people listen and trust them, right? Big YouTubers like Spudgun, he's not huge, but he's got a following, right? And especially the other big ones. What I really didn't like is I saw so many people get turned off to Vicky 3 and just put it in their head automatically as this bad game in their mind, because people they trust were telling them it was bad and giving them a critique to it. And I don't think innately it should have been the kind of case where, you know, they just praised it as some great game, because it wasn't. But they should have been telling people that, listen, here's all the bad parts to it. The war system is bad, but there's a hidden gem here, and we have to push Paradox to make sure that they make good changes, they update it properly, and it's improved upon, because that didn't happen in Vic 2. It's why that game is bad, and it will be bad, right? But instead, it was just this really just knee-jerk reaction, hostility to the game, which is, I think it does a disservice to people. And if there was a more nuanced critique from some people, I agree. It's a little unnecessary. That's not Spudgun, though. He was just so hostile for, I think, all the bad reasons.
I mean, Luddite can be, you know, it's on brand and themed towards, you know, the Victorian period, so that's kind of fine. But calling him a con artist, I don't think it really matters what his reputation is. I think if we're talking specifically about Victoria 2 and Victoria 3,
Let's speak on that in a second.
I don't see where con artist really is coming into play.
So
here.
the thing is, Spudgun has been pushing this like knockoff Vic 2. I don't know what to call it. There's a project to essentially like update Vic 2 and improve upon it as like a separate entity, and it's something that he's been following and pushing for quite a while. I do watch some of Spudgun's videos now and then just because I find them a little entertaining. And he's been pushing this game that looks really fucking bad. It's really bad. Like, I can find a link for it later. But it's this really shitty 2 Vic 2 improvement knockoff thing. And he's pushing his whole base of people who are like very hardcore Vic 2 fans to follow this absolutely bullshit project. And I mean, for the devs who work on it and believe in it, I mean, hey, you put your time into what you want, right? That's fun. But when you have an audience of people who trust what you say, and you push them towards something that's bullshit, taking away from something that could be good, I do think that title fits here a little bit. I'm going to be honest.
His dislike
I am in the game, yes.
Victoria 3 is con artistry.
It's not his critique of Vicky 3 that's con arting. It's that he's diverting away from the potential of the game to push some other bullshit product. Or not product. Project. We'll go with that.
A logical step. Let's not get too deep into that analogy, as the rise of industrial factories and the cottage industry was horrible. My point.
If you're, I mean, you brought up the analogy, my dude. Let's continue the analogy. Yeah, those factories were horrible for the people working.
No, they were. They were
Just
very
like,
bad.
You know, Victoria 3 is horrible for the people playing it. Yeah, see, it works.
In single player,
use an analogy
it can be rough.
And then drop it as soon as the logical.
Yes, you
conclusion
can.
Of that analogy.
Language is a tool.
Trying to make. It's, you know, it's only fair. It's only fair. If you're making the analogy, the people who dislike Victoria 3 are Luddites, and the Luddites disliked, you know, the new factories. Well, the new factories weren't all that good.
And I do completely understand the irony of that comparison, which is why I thought it was funny.
It's just a logical conclusion. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It was a pretty bad idea to use that example.
Stance.
That's the fun of it.
To Victoria 3, and still has a devoted and very hardcore following who make themselves known every time a positive comment is left on a video about Victoria 3. In this video,
look, I think
do.
it's pretty fine to like share your opinion, right? It's not any kind of, it's not a copium. It's not like a cabal of like organized, you know, Vic 2 hardcore fans that are disliking Victoria 3. Hell, there are people who dislike Victoria 2 and Victoria 3. wild. You don't have to be.
You don't hear from the people who hate on Vic 2, though. It's just a general understanding that the game's not very good and no one talks about it. The Vic 2 fans are actively present. Like, I've seen them in so many YouTube videos, comment sections. I've seen them all over Reddit. I've seen them on the PDX forums. I've seen them on even, like, Steam posts and shit. They're very fucking loud. They make themselves known, right? It's impossible to ignore them, especially after Vic 3 came out. Like, that's the difference, is the people who criticize Vic 2, they don't, because it's like kicking a dead horse, which is what I guess I'm doing here, but it's important in the context of Vic 3's narrative. But the other way around isn't true. The Vic 2, like, really intense fans, like, it's hard to ignore them. At least for me, but that's because I watch a lot of Paradox-related content, I suppose.
Victoria 2 fanboy to see
And read a lot of
Victoria
Paradox-related
3 is a
stuff.
bad game.
I'm going to talk about why Victoria 2 was framed
Yeah, Open Vic, that's the one. Thank you, Lady Gray.
really bad, and why Victoria 3 is already better and could be incredible. I'm Hammurabae.
I mean,
All right, we are going. I will continue this later because I am curious to hear his take on it. And again, I'm sure he's going to have some very valid criticisms against me and what I'm saying. But I don't know. I hope he just doesn't take what I'm saying out of the overall context of it, which is not, I am not suggesting Vic 3 is some bastion of quality and some amazing game. I'm saying it's got a frame that is very good and it can be made into something, and the narrative needs to support that, or we'll get another Imperator, which is bad. So, all right, I'll come back to that later. We're going to go back into roleplay. My genuine hope, also, just to wrap this up before I come back to it later, is that there's just a bit more of a quality narrative on Vic 3. Which is less like, the war's bad, change it, we need something better, we want Hoi 4 in this game. And more a question of like, listen Paradox, you've given us a very poor release, but there's something here. Make it into a good game. Don't charge us for it all the time. Make this into a good fucking game. You clearly can. Don't abandon this. Don't just go into the whims of like the hardcore base who are going to push these things with war. Make it into a good game. You've got the framework for it. You can do it. You better fucking do it. Because if you don't, we're all just going to walk away or we'll work with modders. And you'll have another title that gives no prestige, right? So, all right. Jumping back into roleplay. We'll switch up the vibe here. And continue to roleplay as our mad Count of the Swiss Alps. Yeah, someone did a react to the video with them. Alright. Vic 2 fanboys are like Civ 4 fans. Never shut up about how superior their favorite is, and always raging on every forum. Yeah, they're fucking loud, man. Like, I don't... It's one of those things where, like, polar extremes are always louder, right? Because they'll yell and scream, and then, like, they do, I think, appear much larger than they really are. But Vic 2 does have a very dedicated base. The modders I do respect. The portion of Vic 2's base that are the modding community that have made something good out of it, I have nothing but respect for. It's the people who defend the base game that I just don't get, man. All right, back to roleplay. No, you're right. We are the Mad Kaiser. That's true. Vic 3 has a shot at such that people get upset that it wasn't exactly what they wanted. It makes the game harder to get a base going. Yes, it's the same with people and CK3 and comparison to CK2. Exactly. Which is why I think my analogy to, you know what? No, I'll rant about this later. Well, I'll watch the rest of this after we play this game. Or I'll just ramble about this forever. Because this is an issue I feel very strongly on. I did make the video in a joking manner and in an entertaining manner because I just thought it'd be more fun. You're gonna listen to someone rant, it might as well be entertaining. But it was a very serious take. And I do hope people get some context. Okay. We are on our way back home. We did get our army here. Where are we currently at right now? We are still in Argau. I do believe Count Aemon is planning to pursue his title in Bern. I kind of want to petition the Kaiser, but I don't want to waste Mannix's time. He's got so much going on. He is still wearing armor. Let's get him out of that. We also are at 3 stress right now. Just a heads up, which is not great. We need to find a way to get that down, I'm going to be honest. Let's go just get absolutely shit-faced. We'll go drinking. Another cup on my shoulders, relax a bit more. Traditional weddings. We're not the head of our house. Oh, we are? I think it includes all the different dynasties, right? So that must be what happened. I think. Could be. We got permission for the person who's playing Burn who didn't show up, and so far it's a no. Oh, he doesn't want you to take over his country. Well, the thing is, Slob, you need his permission to unland him, right, and annex him. You don't technically need his permission to vassalize him, though he is protected since he's not here, so this is a gray area. I talked to the GC about it, but it might be best to wait. It is a case, though, if he shouldn't use that to just go but get like 10 alliances while he's not there, but yeah. If he really does want you to wait till he gets back, that is fair. Tyrolean divergence. There's a new Tyrolean culture in the Alps. If we save up, we can go hunting. That might be a good way to get de-stressed. We actually can't afford it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's hold a hunt. Washing gangs. We'll do recreation to de-stress. And we'll start the hunt. Our chance of success is not very high, but we are not the greatest hunter. We are not the greatest martial individual, that's for sure. Did we actually invite anyone? We invited 3 people. John Bucard, we did invite. The Duke of Swabia. I think we are frozen, though. Or I'm lagging, either one. Right. Could have the house, but not the dynasty. Yep, okay, that's right. I am a little worried. No, we are paused, okay. Weird. I shall hunt with you. I wonder if there's just like another giant power play in the HRE. Probably. The Kaiser's probably getting murdered and they're gonna put it in another fake instead of us. There's no announcement. That's a little worrying. No idea. The Lithuanian guy got kicked? Yeah, for sure. Harold. Harold does lag sometimes. That's probably what this is. This is some exciting gameplay right here. Man, Hungary fully united. I didn't see that too. We've got staff on a couple of the big countries around the HRE. There's one on France. There's one on Hungary. There's one on Poland. No, there was. Not anymore. Guess we only have a few then. Yeah, just France and Hungary. I really hope I'm not bugged. We're just frozen in the middle of the hunt. I like how they also put like when you get a drunk character, they actually give like your face like that red flush. It's really a nice feature to things. Playing without like character aesthetic mods is so rough in multiplayer though, because I've gotten so used to them. Like the default character models are not bad, but they do leave a lot to be desired. I'm curious why Paradox doesn't incorporate things like fair ladies and fair lords and things like that, because it just improves their visuals so much. I always found that strange that they don't like just straight up integrate the mods that give just dramatic improvements to the game quality. You can get permanently stuck in events with a new update. That I do know. We've had that happen a few times in the last session. I'm in VC, right? Hold up.
Greetings, Count Otto.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Welcome. Welcome.
Count Otto.
This is an imperial hunt sanctioned by the Kaiser himself. I hope you all will have a good time in my hunting grounds.
Very well. Very well.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Don't be so foolish. Where's the Emperor himself then?
You're a funny man, Count. You're a funny man. Yeah. You know, they said that a stag was spotted out here in these woods recently. We may have to get pretty deep to find it. Jesus Christ, speed 1 is so slow.
Yeah. Someone's lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got lag for sure this game. I didn't encounter either of you in the Crusades. What tales do you have of the Holy Land? I assume you both fulfilled your sacred duty.
I donated large sums to the church to finance this whole.
By dead men in the Holy Land in war, yes?
I sent my troops. I stayed at home. My body's too old to go
Yeah. A tragedy.
far to the lands in the east.
I'm sure that
My,
it will keep you up many nights thinking about that.
Indeed.
I
but
feel
my
sorry
son
for you.
commanded.
Your son? Did he win any great battles, any sieges?
Yes. No, sadly, the other powers were too strong.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not an easy thing fighting. In the Crusades, I lost my leg personally,
One day. Ooh.
but far worth it, to be sure. Oh. Speed 1, actual pain.
I hate it.
It's slow.
It's just very slow. I get time for RP, but fuck.
Any idea why we're not playing Speed 2?
Probably there's a lot of big important RP going on right now.
True.
You know, the guy in Lithuania is lagging behind.
He keeps doing that, they'll probably kick him.
Yeah. If you want to click on the next game speed, you can see who's lagging behind.
I do see that, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, while we were out here, I brought some wine skins from some Gaulish wine. Does anyone care for a drink?
Of course. I remember your
Of
father's
course.
drink.
Yeah, good men. True Swabians and Franconians, of course. Well, I'll pass out some of these. This is some fine wine from the West. I've been drinking it all morning myself. It does make the hunt much more enjoyable, I think.
I can smell it. Oh.
Ah.
A good drink makes anything enjoyable.
True. Ah, we spotted a bison in the west. Let us make haste and fell this great creature. Again. Schlob, your character was interrupting me while I was trying to shoot the bison.
Listen, perhaps it is not a good idea to be shooting such a large animal with one leg.
Nonsense! I can still ride a horse. Mostly. Does tend to go to the left a little bit, but it's fine.
Speaking of a horse, I'm already reminded on why you lost that leg.
Ah, you mean my great battle strategy.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes. It is rather odd that it did not succeed, I must say, but, well, we gave those demons something to think about for many years, I think.
Indeed, indeed.
It was a lion.
Doctor, you're quite the character.
A character? Well, the Emperor must be very, after his own, decisions, one might say.
Yes, yes. Keep believing.
I lack nothing. Certainly not belief, my friend. Where the fuck is that bison? Oh my god, we're lagged out again. Fuck.
It's the Holland player, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's empty.
Pick him.
But don't they know hot joints are not allowed?
Are they hot joining someone?
I don't think so, but
Yeah, I think Antic was hot joining or something. Or Werner.
They aren't. They are hot joining someone. Fuck.
Ah, yes. The pain and
Oh, no.
suffering of existing
Oh no.
within a video game.
Yeah, they're hot joining Antic because it's a GC. Or
He
support
was playing
GC,
someone
sorry.
pretty big though, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, Holland.
Holland.
He's pretty strong.
Oh shit.
my
Economically.
Dutch brother.
Wait, Holland? Poland or Holland?
Holland up in the
Holland.
north. Duke Geralt Dirkzoon.
What do you
Dirkzoon.
mean he's pretty strong? I'm
Hey,
nearly
Lord.
as strong as he is.
Dirkzoon. Yes, get the pronunciation.
That's what I said.
Get the
Yeah, the
Dutch
American
pronunciation.
accent.
Nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's that foolishness?
Next time.
I
we
tell
should
you, this
not
world must be cursed.
shout.
The sun has not moved in, God, maybe a month.
It is rather odd. This eternal dusk and the sun unmoving. Well, this is what happens when demons replace the true Kaiser. You know.
Maybe this Otto isn't that crazy at all.
Now you're speaking sense. God damn it! It got away. That fucker. If I had my other leg. The things we give up for the Lord. Though I would do it again. I would give my other leg too. Well, gentlemen, I am sorry to say we did not bring down a bison, but I can promise you plenty of more ale and wine back at Habsburg Citadel if you would like.
Ah,
I
I must
think
bring
will go home.
my newly found falcon home as well.
You found a falcon.
Indeed.
A glorious bird.
Yes. I will be taking him to my son.
And I hope my sister is well too. Gentlemen, I thank you all for coming to the first official Imperial hunting expedition. And on behalf of the whole Empire, I'd like to thank you for being here.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Bro. My neighbor.
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Count Otto.
Gotta go grab some more water too. What's up, Warrior? Things are very well. What's up, Lollipop? Otto should claim, in fact, he did finish the siege at Beirut. I disagree. He's just, and he's compassionate, and he is ambitious. Otto's the weirdest kind of crazy person, because he's not a bad person. He's such a weird mix of traits. I don't think he would, like, lie about his victories. I don't know. He just doesn't seem the type for that. He's just, like, such a convoluted, such a, like, a hypocritical person. I've been murdered by an angry Vic2 fan. Not quite yet. We'll give it time. Give it another week or so. You never know. All right. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We just had a mental break. Lately, I feel like I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Well, we're not screwing our wife, Matilda, so I understand that. With all the hardships of my everyday life, it's all too easy to lose myself to daydreams. We can convert. We're gonna become a recluse. That being said, let's also start a romance scene on our wife. Not scene. Romance scheme on our wife. I'm gonna write her a love poem. Well, I cannot encourage you, Count Otto. I also I'm most grateful for your kind words. Well, they're very kind words indeed. Say in the comments section, it's already out of control. I knew it would be. Dude, I'm trying not to rant about this until later, but there's a lot of it, like takes and videos that I've written that I've just never had the balls to publish because I knew it would go like this. I knew it would face a lot of backlash. It'd be very unpopular because there's like 3 more of these I've actually written technically. Yeah, this is why you don't do a hot join, by the way, in multiplayer. No, but I've written like 3 other videos that are basically just like this. They're hot takes that I know will get a lot of pushback. And I don't know. I've just been very like, I didn't want to deal with it. But now I guess I am now. And I do think they're important. I will put out the other ones too. Those will not be well received either, but these are things I do really honestly believe, and I think it's important to get out there, so I'm gonna do it. How bad is it though? I looked at it like when I started stream and there were already like 20 comments and they were very negative. Do I want to go look? No, probably not. It's fine. No, 2 of the other ones are on Hoi 4, so you can already tell they're gonna be spicy. I never have played any Paradox MP roleplay. Don't know why I watch them though. They're fun. I mean, they're fun to play. I think they're fun to watch too. Like I watch other people's, like I watched Lambert stuff because he only have a really good multiplayer role player. I always wish Surreal Beliefs would do multiplayer. He never does. His single player RP is fantastic, but I do wish he'd do some multiplayer. I'd love to see him in it. The Bagelmeyer. You just hosted a feast and you're the special guest. I did not notice. It doesn't show up for me. I don't know if it's bugged or not. Maybe like I'm already at it? Nope. We can go do voice RP worst case scenario. I don't know what's going on with it. Also, we'll turn down the music a bit. It's already so low. We're about to rehost. Okay. I am a single player. It's fine. Every time I've ever played Paradox multiplayer was Stellaris for 2 people and it was desyncing constantly. You need a good host. That is very key for it, to be fair. What are my neighbors doing? Speaking of Stellaris, I wanted to try the new Stellaris co-op they added. Yeah, they did add co-op for Stellaris. That'll be cool for the grand campaign. I'm really looking forward to that. Were they actually testing it? Yeah, hot joins don't work in CK3. They just don't. It's the same in Vic. The system that they use for the hosting just doesn't function. Like Hoi 4's does. Hoi 4 has like a different, like, I think multiplayer hosting system than like Vic and CK3. And the Vic and CK3 ones, they're not very good. I don't think it is much worse. But maybe they just have to do that how like the games are built or the engine. I don't know. He's trying to hunt in his own mind. True. The best place to hunt. Oh god, they're blasting music. My noise gate should stop it, but it's annoying. We only have an hour and 20 minutes left too. That is fine. Yep, I'm doing it right now. Cloud switch engine, yeah. I'm always conflicted about like how upset I should be about like the multiplayer quality, because it could just be that these games are innately like very difficult to make work in multiplayer. I assume that's what it is, but I don't trust that being the case, because I've seen a lot of interviews with PDX staff where they talk down so much on multiplayer in their games, and I don't know, tough to say. I can definitely see that. I don't know why, but I kind of liked it. New Star Wars DLC has ruined the game a lot for people though. Really? I haven't followed like the reactions to it too much. I played, I think, like a small part of a campaign in Vic 3, Stellaris with it, but I haven't played too much of it. It seemed fine to me though. What are the big issues? And thank you for the gifted sub, Vile. Appreciate that, man. The stupid leader cap that doesn't scale has made lots of people roll back their versions. Really? Are they planning to, oh, it's Chair. What's up, man? Are they, I assume they're planning to fix that. The only problem is forgetting about the cloaking. Yeah, that's fair. There's a mod. I figured. Mods will always bug fix before Paradox even, like, gets to addressing it, so that's what I figured. Shame, though. Cloaking's good. The leaders need some rework, but the eye behind it is good. Yeah, no, the feature for it itself is really cool. I mean, it provides so much more to like depth and roleplay and engagement with like an actual interesting leader system. I really like it, but I'm sure it's buggy. So always is like that. That's the tragedy of Paradox. Great content, great ideas. Shitty release. Hamu, do you want to just ask for the duchy soon or not? Yeah, I don't know how we want to do that, because I feel like I kind of need to write an RP statement, so I was planning to wait until I guess next session, because we only have an hour and 20 minutes left. I was gonna try and secure like your agreement to it today, and then I was gonna like over like the next week before next session write up the RP post for Otto, and then like either like write a letter to the Emperor or do like a meetup with him at the start of next session, because I just don't want to bug Mannix. Mannix has got so much going as the Emperor right now. I personally don't like the new leader, legendary leader, or whatever they're called. Makes the game feel more samey every time they show up. That's fair. I'm sure it needs nuance, and I'm sure it needs like, because like the core feature is good, and mods will make the leaders like way more interesting and detailed. I do like the core mechanic for it though, but I haven't played it enough to really see the fall off in similarity, I suppose. Now what they need is some kind of religion mechanic to play Holy Empires. Dude, the biggest, that's I've talked about that a lot. The biggest thing I think Stellaris needs at this point, you gotta remember, this is a 7-year-old game now, right? Stellaris has been out for a long time, and they put out very good quality like DLC that's just made it better. But the one I think they lack the most is a full religious system in the game. I think if they added like a whole religious and belief system, it would catapult the game's quality up like a whole new level. And at that point, they're just really sitting on, not a perfect game by any means, but there's a lot less that they need to do, I think, to make it just really good, right? So I do hope that that is done. I'm sad to say I don't think it will. Much like I'm sad to say I don't think we'll ever get a proper like economic rework in Hoi 4, though it's so needed. But it is what it is. It's still a great game. Ethics and Civics has a lot more variety for spiritual empires. No, it does. It does. The Ethics and Civics are great. I just wish there was like a more in-depth like religious system on religious like belief system, like Civ or like Humankind or like CK3 or something. And I know that's a huge feature to add in and would be momentously difficult to do, but just in terms of the quality of the game, I think it would do so much for it, honestly. Have you seen the City of Skyline 2 leaks? I have not. Yeah, with the success of City Skylines 1, I'm sure they put a lot into it, so. Yeah, I'll probably try it when it comes out if it's not garbage. I agree with you. I like how MD does the economics of Hoi 4, and the feature plans they have for it to make it even better are great. But they're still just trying to, like, compensate for an innately garbage system. Like, Hoi 4's economy is your fucking civs, right? It's ridiculously poor. And Hoi is a war game, and I don't want a full economic simulator in it. Don't get me wrong, it's not what it's for. But more than just, like, civilian industry. That's all I'm asking for. And, like, trade not being shitty and two-dimensional. That'd be nice. They are reworking the market for Hoi 4, yeah. But I thought that was almost entirely the military market, right? From what I saw. Let me look up the dev diary. Did they not release a dev diary? I thought they did for it. They did not. Oh, we'll have to just wait and see them. But yeah, from what I've heard, it was, I believe, primarily the military market that they're going to be changing. Hoi 4 is by far the laziest Paradox game that has been made since Imperator. I don't think I agree with that. Well, I think CK3 has been. I think the recent update may change that. I'd say CK3 is probably the laziest. But I do agree, it could have been a lot better. I mean, like the early DLCs were shit. Like the first 3 DLCs released were really, really bad, and then they did release some very good ones, right? Like, what's the fucking names of them? In release order. I loved Man the Guns. I know it's not popular. I did love Man the Guns, but I'm an Avophile, so I know I'm not the most normal with that. Awakening the Tiger was fantastic. Really improved the game. Well, Resistance wasn't very good. By Blood Alone wasn't very good. Death or Dishonor wasn't very good. Battle of the Bosphorus was a flavor pack. Together for Victory is a joke. No Step Back, Man the Guns, and Waking the Tiger were all very solid DLCs, I will say. But to be fair, that's in 7 years, right? So, I do agree. I think they definitely shortchanged Hoi 4. Yeah. CK3 needs to trade an ecosystem. My God. But I know what that is. They're gonna do a Republic economic DLC. I think it'll probably be the next one, but I thought that last time, so we'll see. It'll add Republics that'll be playable. They'll give like a whole flavor content system to like Genoa and Venice, and then they'll add like trade goods and a little bit of an economy rework is what they'll do. I'm sure. I mean, maybe not. It'd be disastrous if they didn't, but that's very needed. Again, CK3 is also not an eco game, but like the changing of economic systems in a time period and the focus on character interactions in that context, especially with Republics, they need to at least have a bit of a better system. I don't want to see like fucking Vic 3 in it, but they do need to improve it. You know, they also have put the Hoi 4 dev team down to a very small amount. Same with CK3. They're really short-staffing these games at this point. They're doing a lot of cuts. Your brother secured Bohemia's vote. We will have a Zeringat Emperor. Wonderful. Another pretender, but so many these days. Yeah, 6 devs, and not all of them are coders. Dude, the ratio of designers compared to coders in like the Paradox development teams is kind of crazy. Don't get me wrong, development is important, graphics are important, but like programming is how you get the mechanics made, and that's what makes these games good. I think after the economy one will be CK3 Reapers too. Yeah, they'll add diseases. They'll add like I don't know what all that would be. Disease will be like a whole DLC. I don't know what else they'd put on that. I think that's probably true. Something like that. Not much. Just loading screens. Stellaris has been put down too, which is sad. They had the best development team for I'd say like the first 1.5 to 2 years of Stellaris' development was kind of mediocre, and then they revamped it, and it's been spectacular. They've got the best dev team by far in Paradox right now, and yeah, they are also slowly transitioning out of it. Which sucks, because even the devs have said they don't want to make a sequel, they just want to improve it, which is great, I agree. Unfortunately, that may not be the case. Yeah, they have the custodian team, but they've taken a lot of people off of it, I believe, because of all those cuts they did to that studio. Yep, exactly. Yeah, well, there was the quote on that was funny when Paradox like cut that studio and fired everyone, and like there was a question to I think like the company. It was something along the lines of like, "Are you firing all these employees? Like, are you just cutting people? What's going on?" And they're like, "No, no, no. We're transitioning to centralize all of our workforce in Stockholm." And then they were like, "So are you going to be offering them jobs there?" And then Paradox they said something like, "No, we will not be offering them jobs at this time." It's like, you mean you're firing them? Cool. Top tier answer though. Very diplomatic. That's like whoever responded to that was like a 15 Diplo in CK3, but you know, still. Yeah. Source 2.0 is the best decision Paradox has done in a while. Agreed. I'm so hyped for the Grand Campaign. Are we doing custom characters for it? Absolutely. You can't replace some of the big historical ones, but yes. Jutschlob. I know there's a couple people who want Iceland, so you'll be competing if you go for that. Yeah, true. March of the Eagles too, and I hope so. I'm gonna do traders in Dublin for the campaign. That'll be fun. You're gonna go into Ireland then? I think a lot of people want to be in Britain. It is like some of the most interesting flavor in the beginning, that's for sure, and in EU4. So that'll be cool. Business talk is complicated just to tell you you're fired. Yeah, exactly. Are you gonna use the portrait editor for when you convert to Vic 3? For what exactly? Anything in particular? I'm trying to like not do a ton of edits when I transition to the Grand Campaign, but we'll see. I'm still salty. I wrote lore for an entire fictional Viking empire, wrote a religion, and the game got canceled. True. I was very disappointed with the ending of that, all the metagamers, which is why we've locked it behind tier 5, which really will reduce the player count in the Grand Campaign, but I think the quality will compensate enough to be worth it, to be fair. The mega campaign, the one I'm doing or the one we're doing in the server, Vile, which one? Oh, to make the leader for Sardinia. I haven't played around with the editor. If it's worth it, I might do it to make him look interesting. I hadn't thought about it, I'll be honest. We didn't automatically pick our guy. That's weird. I wish CK3 had a Western Hemisphere. Native tribes would be epic. Abstractly, I understand, but I think that would put just so much load on the game itself, right? Because like someone is actually, there's a project to make like a full map for CK3 of the whole world, right? But can you imagine like how much that would fuck up people's computers? Running CK3 is already difficult for a lot of people on low settings, right? Like the graphics requirement is higher than you think. So I know why they're not doing it. I just hope we get a cool mod for it, and I'm sure we will. So you can use the DNA from the portrait editor to make someone. Really? We could just import Lissandro from CK3 then. No, I think there'll be a good amount. I expect 20 to 30 players starting off the Grand Campaign, so which I think is solid. I couldn't play CK3 until I had a new computer even. Yeah, no, it's much more intensive than you think it is. When I got it, I only had the laptop I had in college because my main desktop was broken at the time, and trying to play it on the lowest settings it wasn't a horrible laptop. It wasn't great either at the time. It wasn't doable. It really wasn't. So even like some solid desktops struggle a bit with it. Even my computer lags with it sometimes. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, it would nuke your PC. Absolutely. More bookmarks mod adds all of Asian things along is a PC killer. Yeah, it's a great mod though. True. I am the lead organizer. Grieve for me, Lady Grey. Grieve. Oh god, I also lost a couple of the organizers to Aminar. Oh, it'll be worth it. So I'm gonna keep telling myself as I drown in organization. I'm also organizing the new MD campaign, so fuck. Look at the King of Italy. Jesus Christ, that is an ugly man, I will be honest. He looks like one of those like puffer fish who had their face like put onto an Italian man. That's not an attractive individual. Can't believe he's the son of Duchess Matilda of Angria, who we are still attempting to court, of course. She will not resist our charms. 4 years. Excited for MD? I'm looking forward to it too. I'm hoping it goes well. I really don't want to repeat of last time. I'm hoping things get better. What graphic cards do you have? A 2070 Super. What good old schlob. Help with the grand campaign. Just tell me what needs to be done. You're in the organizing channel, schlob, aren't you? You see the list of tasks? Yeah, we will have another meetup for sure. At least one more before the start, so we can talk about it. God damn, the rehosts. They are so long, aren't they? Monumental. The Victory channel. If you want to support GC for it, I will add you right now. I do need help with it. I really do. It's a lot. Where is Schlabicus? God, there's so many staff now. There you are. All right, you have access to the channel. You will see it now. Ready for the new Hoi 4 campaign in the server? Do you mean the Millennium Dawn one or like the Old World Blues one that Dire Duck is hosting? My aunt is at a art show. I'm so happy for her. I live with my aunt. I've talked about that a few times. She's really lovely. She's such a nice person. It's, I know. I think it's been one of the joys of this period of my life to just connect with a family member I really like and respect. She's an artist. She's a teacher. She teaches high school, art in high school specifically. And she's very good at it. She's been doing it for a long time. But like her true passion is art itself, and she's very fucking good at it. She does ceramics, so she makes like plates and bowls and cups and all kinds of things, but they're really good. She puts so much effort into them. We are rehosting again, by the way. This is cancerous, but it is multiplayer. And she's close to retirement now. She's got a few more years teaching, and when she retires, she wants to like make our business just kind of as a hobby, but a way to make money too. And she started to do that since I've been living with her. It's been really cool to see. And she's been getting so much better at what she's doing. She goes to shows now too. So she'll like go to, you know, just like arts and craft shows and sells like her stuff there. And initially it was very frustrating for her because she started off making lamps. She makes like these full-size, really beautiful ceramic lamps. Like they're incredibly well made, but the time and material cost is very high. So she charges a lot for them for good reason. I'd argue she undercharges for them really, but you know, you have to sell them, right? And it was very difficult for her beginning because, you know, there's a lot of like selling of art in the art industry. It's very reputation based, from like the individual who buys them to the people who respect it. It's very like a social cliquish kind of thing. And starting off, she didn't do very well. She almost never sold any of the lamps. She didn't sell anything really at all. It was very rough for her, but she adapted and she learned, and she started to make a lot more like plate sets and like cups and bowls and all sorts of things like that that are at a more reasonable cost that she could produce more of. and she started to really do well recently at the shows she goes to. Like, she's making quite a lot of money. She's being very successful, and she's been doing very good with it. She's at a show this weekend for it, and I'm really happy for her. It's so cool to see. But she's the type of artist who has never put herself out there and makes very good stuff, right? Which is, there's so many like that. There's people who make good art. They don't try and sell it. They don't try and get recognition. They just do it for fun. And she was always one of those, so I've been so happy to see that recently. It's been really cool. It's fucking good too. I learned a little bit. She's been teaching me a bit. I'm not very good. I made this cup. It's not very good. I like it. I use it for coffee. I'm always drinking out of it. She managed to teach me the basics. I went for like an Aztec-y vibe. It's like a bunch of green and tan on there. It was a lot of fun to make. Hers are way better, but it's been so cool to see. It's always nice when the people you love and like find success in what they enjoy. It is one of life's greatest joys, I think. Someone followed, didn't they? Before I forget, I'm gonna follow Magician King. Rehost number 3. Let's do this. My friend in high school would sell shitty abstract paintings to snobs for hundreds of dollars. You know, if you get in with the right crowd and you're well known, you can sell very bad art very easily. But if you're not in those circles, this is gonna be rough for you. You know what the song is, NTC? Tachyon slaps. Is that the right one? Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Dude, they used to, the Death Grips, like, they're from the city I grew up in. Mostly grew up in. I moved around a lot, but the city I kind of view as my like, guest home, technically. They're from there. And they occasionally would do just, like, random shows and stuff, and I never got to go to one. It was one of my biggest regrets. That's the band I've wanted to see live, like, the most. Dude, fucking... Oh, man. Death Grips are so good. I'd love to go to one of their shows. I don't normally like those hardcore, like, music shows, but I've been to a few. They're fun. That's the one I'd love to see. That's on my bucket list, is like an actual Death Grips show. Lucian? Lucian, what's this, Scobie? Why Lucian? How much for the cup? The cup is made of gold. A god called Zach. Has Otto's madness gone to you, Chiefs? I'm a little worried now. They're fun, high energy, and generally good people. Yeah, definitely. I love their music, too. Dude, first time someone turned me on to Death Grips, it fucking blew my mind. I'd never really been into music like that before. It's fucking good, dude. You know, you're right. He has true clarity. He sees the world for what it is. Absolutely. Better have intrigue education. Lucian is a good name. The game I've been spending my free time like with now, very now and then when I have it to just like de-stress. It used to be Tarkov. I used to use Tarkov to de-stress. I don't anymore. Fucking someone got me on a TFT. It's like that little game that League of Legends made, which I always thought was really dumb, but actually is kind of addicting. I've really enjoyed it lately. And now every time I hear Lucian, I just think of fucking that game. It is fun. It's a good way to just like, I don't know, kill. I don't know. It's kind of strategical, but it's a good way just to relax and lose brain cells. Eli did not like your comments about the Italian king. Am I wrong? Does he not look like a blowfish in human flesh? Hope everyone is enjoying Lobby Simulator today. It's some quality gameplay. I don't think there is much higher quality gameplay, in fact. Oh boy. Okay, I do have to go have a chat with someone. One of the staff wants to have a chat with me real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Had a little chat with the with staff about the logistics of this game and the issue. All right, not to hit the screen immediately again. I do apologize. I am going to take this opportunity to go to the bathroom because we have an hour and a little less than an hour left, and then I'm going to rant about Lambert for a while. So be right back. All right, I'm back. Properly. Okay. Jesus Christ, this game is lagging. What's up, Gamer Wilhelm? How are you doing? Been a while, hope you're well. It's a little man. How dare you call me a blowfish, sir? I'm the spitting image of Matilda. How dare you suggest you are remotely comparable to my wife to be? I said I had my ticket out of Florida, but I'm probably going to West Coast Florida. Texas or Arizona? Or Orange County? Orange County, I assume, right? Probably Orange County. They're a little bit wealthier, though. California. California is a very mixed bag. Just don't get in Orange County and you're fine. Recently unemployed, so looking for a job. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you get one. That is why savings are so important. They get you through shit like that. Glad to hear it, man. I really do like California. I grew up there. I like it. It's got a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong. But the culture, mostly. The geography is incredible. I love the Sierras, man. The biggest thing I miss about California is just going camping in the Sierras. I just love the mountains up there so much. Yosemite, the natural redwoods, the coast is just so beautiful. The northern mountain ranges are very underrated too. Yeah. Mainly just the nature of California is what I missed. The people are alright. They're solid. Unless they're from LA, of course. Ugh. But, yeah. Florida is no longer real. Unfortunately, it very much is. As much as Ron DeSantis does seem like a comic villain, he is unfortunately a very real person. You go to college in California? I did. I went to UCSD in San Diego. Yosemite is the only good thing. No, there's a lot of really good natural beauty. Like the northwestern coastline is incredible up by like Eureka. It's so nice up there. The coastline to the south of San Francisco, along like to the south of Monterey, that area, that is really fucking nice. It's so pretty out there. Let's see, the Flower Hills to the southeast of San Francisco are beautiful when they're in bloom. It's so lovely. Too many people there now, sadly. The desert to the northeast of LA is incredible. It's just very different, but it is very nice. The whole Sierra Mountain Range is incredible. The mountain range to the north of California near the border of Oregon is very nice. I forget the name of it. I've hiked up there a fair bit. It's really, really cool. I do also like the River Delta. It's very different, but the River Delta in Central California, I don't find to be horrible. It's not beautiful, but it's interesting in its own way. There's a lot of great parts of California. Great Smoky Mountains are beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. Definitely want to get out there. What's my degree? So I never graduated. I've told the story a few times. I was studying policy analysis, politics specifically. And I was 2 quarters away from graduating, and I had to move out here to Ohio because I lost my job when COVID hit. The school was not giving me financial aid anymore, and I just had no money. And I couldn't find any way to get the money to pay for my last 2 quarters. So I had to start working a job, and by the time I had the ability to like get loans again, they had been over the time that San Diego allows you to not be in college to continue. So it sucks really bad. It really screwed up my life, to be honest. Here's what it is. Florida man or BC woman? You mean British Columbia woman? Never heard of that one. That's some Canadian culture I don't understand, I think. His political career will end with his presidential bid is ended, I hope. Hopefully. Studying politics. I started with politics, but I went into policy. Policy is much more like statistics based and like action based. It's just about like putting in place systems and changes to actually have. It's not like just the broad rhetoric that comes with general politics, right? Oh my god, this game's dead. Because like politics generally is just like grandstanding on like big points and making these broad sweeping claims or whatever. Policy is like the nitty gritty of like what actual policy analysis do for politicians and for like state officials who run government. And it's all based. Mostly it's based on statistics and data and trying to have like noticeable increase in quality of programs in place. It's much more, what's the word? Useful, I guess. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but you never know where life takes you. It's very strange like that. Hey, have you ever done an Austrian authoritarian RT56 one? I think so. I think I did I know I did the let's see, like bringing back the Habsburgs a few times. I don't know if I ever did like fascist one. You're losing your mind. Why are you losing your mind? Any reason in particular? Oh boy, this might be dead.
Yeah, Hamu, we're ending the game.
Ending game? Sounds good. Alrighty. That is unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna hop in and just check on the status of the game real quick with the folks, and then I'm gonna be back in, and then we're gonna look at Lambert's video, and then I'm gonna end stream. So that'll probably be another